Today I fucked up by catching my cat. Today I fucked up by catching my cat. I was outside mowing my lawn and saw my cat outside. He's an inside cat. Samuel, what are you doing out here? How did you even get out? My daughter named him Sam because she didn't know if he was a boy or girl, and I guess Sam is unisex. Well, it was a boy. But he recently became an it. So hey, however it wants to identify is cool. Anyways, I pick up Samich and throw him inside the house and finish mowing the yard. He struggles a little while I carry him, but I scold him. You know you're not supposed to be out here, you could get run over or catnapped. Not 5 minutes later, my daughter comes running outside. Dad, Samantha is dying, come quick. Oh no. What did that cat get into while it was outside? I start mentally preparing myself for an evening of tears. I race inside the house and I'm met with ferocious hissing and meowing and growling. Pots and pans are banging, papers flying everywhere, sirens in the distance. My daughter is crying. There's a battle to the death going on in here. There are now 2 Samuel L. Jacksons. Yes, my cat apparently has a wild doppelganger cat that happened to be walking through my yard while I mowed lawn, and was oddly okay with me snatching him up and putting him inside my house. What happened next could be a scene in a soap opera. The cats abruptly stopped fighting and just looked at me. It was a classic evil twin standoff. What do? They both look the exact same. Neither cat has an evil twin goatee. Can't even ask Sammy questions that only he would know because I don't speak cat. They're literally doing the whole no, he's the evil one bit. But I'm human, and I'm smarter than cat. I ended up picking up each cat and looking at its goodies. Real Sam doesn't have goodies, but evil alternate dimension Sam did. Obviously both of them bite me as I inspect them, so maybe both dimensions are evil. But, in the end I was able to remove evil Sam from my house before he stole our souls. At least, I think that was evil Sam. Too long didn't read. Picked up a random cat outside thinking it was my own inside cat. Hilarity ensued trying to identify which cat was which. Awesome, sort of. Now scoot on over to r/the catropus working for some soothing cat time. And you didn't even include a picture of Sam. Oof. At least you figured it out immediately. Both my mum and her neighbor have jet black cats. My mum's is a girl and quite skinny, neighbor's is a boy and pudgier, although it's not immediately obvious at a glance. Where it falls apart, is both cats get on fine and are perfectly confident strutting boldly into the other house. I've been house sitting for her before and have let the cat in before going to bed, only to wake up several hours later to having 2 black cats lying in my bed with me. Fortunately the neighbor was perfectly understanding. She has a cat flap. Apparently similar has happened to her as she's come down the stairs to find 2 cats begging at the food bowl. This is crazy, and hey, from another cat person, be careful with those bites. You can get an infection easily. Watch closely for redness around the punctures. If you see redness forming aka cellulitis, go immediately to ER. I have no doubt that I'm now case 0 for alternate evil dimension cat rabies that will plague us in 2021. And then the real Sam slowly watches, day after day, as you treat the clone as your own kin. One day, several years later, Sam returns for revenge, soon taking over your town, your country, and eventually, the entire world. Imprisoned with dogs, mice, and the cat clone are the remaining humans, shivering in their cold cells. Have a nice day, and remember, the future is closer than we think. Today I fucked up by making a silly bet and accidentally convincing my parents I was gay. So, this just culminated today, started back in February. Last year I, 18 meters, went off to school. I live in a very traditional household, so that was tough for my parents. While at school one day, we were really quite bored, so we made a bet. If I could shoot this paper into the garbage from my seat, I could post this really bad photo of him in our house. If not, he'd get to do the same to me. Now fast forward to March, COVID hit and I decided to move home. What I didn't realize is that I had kept the photo of him in my bag and didn't do anything about it. I guess about a month ago it must have fallen out of some bag in my basement and my parents came across it. Without saying anything they had figured out I was gay. Since I hadn't ever brought anyone home, I guess everything added up in their heads. Last week my parents said I should go out and meet some guys. Without noticing what they meant I said yeah, that it'd be great and was thinking you can never have too many friends. Then yesterday my dad told me he had set me up on a blind date. I thought, oh, this can't be good, here they go trying to arrange marriage me. But I went today and currently I'm here with a very lovely guy. Very nice and hopefully I'll make a good friend out of it. TL, doctor, today I fucked up by winning a bet that made me put a photo in my bag that my parents then found and set me up on a date with a guy. Your parents are champs toe, going full send on you being gay. You love to see it. Honestly, this is the cutest TFU I've read for a while. Happy to see up with supportive parents, even if it isn't really necessary. A very traditional household being so immediately accepting of you is so nice! Exclamation mark. Don't take for granted what you have. Your parents sound awesome and open-minded. I am actually gay and still closeted to my parents. Despite being in my mid-20s with a boyfriend, I am legitimately scared my dad would have an actual heart attack if I came out. So yeah, your parents sound lovely. Yay wholesome. Today I fucked up. Today I fucked up by drawing a dick and balls on my college Zoom call. This just happened. I'm still in the Zoom call, just muted with my camera off. I'm shook and feel like an idiot. So I got in my class and my professor was yapping about and I was getting bored. I'm a film student but I have to take statistics because reasons. My professor started sharing her screen and I saw a pen icon. I thought it would be so I can write on the image so I personally could take notes. I figured I'd try it out to see what it was like and the 13-year-old in the back of my mind spoke up. Draw a cock, it said. I still assumed that I was gonna be the only one who saw it so I chuckled and drew the whole thing. Started with the balls, added a shaft, with a funky shaped head, and bam, cock and hairy balls. Then a little tag with my name on it appeared on the drawing and the class went silent. They can see it. I audibly said oh shit and hit the clear screen button on the drawings. Class remained dead silent for a solid 15 seconds. The most painful 15 seconds of my life. I muted and turned off my camera and I apologized in the text chat. My professor said no worries but I'm really shook. Too long didn't read. I drew a cock and balls on my professor's screen and my whole class saw it. This is a phenomenon known as TTP, or time to penis. Oversimplified, when a group of people is given the tools to create art, at least one will inevitably construct a dick and balls. I did that on a bridge call at work a few months ago. Military, very stuffy big boss types and I was doodling all over the screen, got an email that said stop it, we can all see your drawing. Did this on the Zoom call for my kids' back to school night, smiley face. Not a fuck up at all. Statistically, this was bound to happen sooner or later. Ask your professor what the odds of someone doing that is. See how statistically rare or normal you are. Good job. Time to change your major. It's going to take more than that. Time to move to Nepal and begin life as a goat.